These Mortal Kombat 12 concept arts are crazy. I'll be leaving links in the description below so you guys can check out these channels' pages for more work. Starting off with Ermac, the style of art that I went with was more concept art versus realistic. The weird part about this is Ermac has hair. This classic look of Ermac looks absolutely incredible. I'm loving the white eyes as well. This close-up look on Ermac looks more like Firefly from Batman Arkham Knight, but it's still pretty cool. I'm loving this design for Ermac, showing more of his human side versus his MKX style, which was more mummified. Another look for Ermac that combines his classic skin and I think a little bit of his Mortal Kombat Deception skin as well. This one looks incredible. I wouldn't mind if this was actually one of the extra skins in the next Mortal Kombat game. This is a very interesting take on Ermac. Again, I'm liking how the full mask kind of covers his face. And again, it kind of reminds me of Firefly from Batman Arkham Knight. This one is probably my favorite Ermac concept art of all time. It takes the design of every single Ermac look of all time and puts them into one, and this is the best one that I've seen so far. Unfortunately, this is the only Aaron Black concept art that I could find, and I think it does a pretty interesting job combining the Wild West theme while adding armor to it as well. And I think if you look closely, he might have blue glowing eyes. This design of Frost is really detailed and incredible. To me, this medieval theme works perfectly for Frost. If they definitely want to incorporate this as a skin in a future Mortal Kombat game, I think it'd be an excellent addition. This cybernetic Jackie is a very interesting take. Unlike her father Jax, she doesn't have cybernetic arms. So kind of incorporating this cybernetic look with Jackie is definitely something they could probably consider in the future. This katana concept art looks so real, it's pretty scary. When I first saw this, I thought it was someone cosplaying as Katana. Her look reminds me of the time where she became Katana Khan. The crown, earrings, the shoulder pads with spikes on it, the pearls for her necklace, it definitely gives off a lot of Katana Khan vibes. This design of Katana is more of her assassin look, and it's really awesome. We see the shoulder pads with spikes on it, as well as a lot of this detailed medieval armor look. This Kung Lao design is something that I think we would see during the Great Kung Lao era. It definitely reminds me of the Kung Lao skin we received in Mortal Kombat 11, and I hope they bring that into the future Mortal Kombat games. Again, a lot of this medieval armor look, which kind of reminds me of Mortal Kombat X, and I think it definitely works with Mileena. What's really cool about this design is that we can see her teeth behind the mask, and you can definitely tell she's been in a fight since her teeth are all bloody. Another look for Mileena, which resembles her Mortal Kombat X medieval look, and I definitely think it works for her. I've always been a fan of the purple and black combination for Noob Saibot, and I'm also a fan of his Mortal Kombat 3 classic look where they just went all black. Again, we see another classic ninja look, which reminds me of the Mortal Kombat 2 skins. This one is more of an armored Noob Saibot look. I'm not too sure how I feel about it. Looks a little bit like Mortal Kombat 11 from the mask, which I wasn't too much of a fan of. This one is really interesting, kind of looks like Reptile in a way, not too sure how I feel about it. Another interesting design, the purple glowing eyes is something they can possibly consider in the future, but I'm not too sure if they're going to go that route. Definitely a Mortal Kombat 1 to Mortal Kombat 2 classic skin look. This one is a full body, and I'm actually loving the purple and black mix. We do see a hint of blue, and maybe that could be a callback to when he was Sub-Zero. The female version of Quan Chi is pretty cool. I'm wondering if they're ever going to bring Quan Chi back into the next Mortal Kombat game. I do think this medieval look works best with Quan Chi and Mileena. In this design, however, she does look like a Lord of the Rings character. The female version of Raiden is pretty damn awesome. This design kind of reminds me of the Injustice 2 Raiden skin, as well as the Deadly Alliance skin. Rain looks totally awesome in this concept art. I think they did a phenomenal job in Mortal Kombat 11, but this looks crazy. Did he have purple eyes in Mortal Kombat 11 or in any Mortal Kombat game? I'm not too sure, but I do think that adding purple eyes is a cool feature. This reptile design, again, reminds me of Firefly from Batman Arkham Knight. I don't know what it is. I do wonder if in the next Mortal Kombat game, they'll have a mask that covers his whole face. This design kind of reminds me of his Mortal Kombat X look. A lot of people aren't fans of the reptilian version of Reptile, and they want that human skin back, so I wonder if that's going to happen. Speaking of human form, I think if they kind of incorporate half human, half reptilian, I think that would be a better option as well, especially as we can see in the eyes, but having that classic Mortal Kombat skin is definitely a go-to. This design is incredible. It went full on reptilian as it merges the skin and the armor into one, which is a crazy concept art. This design also goes full reptilian, but it has the armor as its own piece of clothing rather as a part of its skin. Oh my gosh, the skin is so cool for Scorpion. Where was this in the other Mortal Kombat games? They need to bring this skin into the next Mortal Kombat game because this is crazy. The level of detail, the addition of yellow, black, and red are all incredible. Adding the white eyes for Scorpion was something that I've always loved, and I'm really a fan of those horns at the top of his head. This skin is crazy. The gold and the black are perfect. This art was something I created in Midjourney, which reminds me of something we would see during the Great Kung Lao era. Not too sure how I feel about this one. There's a lot of armor to it, kind kind of reminds me of like a medieval time, but I don't know, I think there's just too much going on. This one's okay as well, kind of reminds me of the MKX look, but it's kind of hard to tell if it's either Tremor, Smoke, or even Scorpion. This Shang Tsung skin is pretty crazy. I'm loving the green glowing eyes. Not too sure what's going on with his face there. He's kind of breaking out a little bit, but I do think it's a pretty cool skin. Kind of reminds me of a mix between the Mortal Kombat 11 skin as well as the Mortal Kombat Deadly Alliance skin. This Sindel skin is pretty cool. I'm not too sure if that's a bunch of scratches or what's going on there on her face, but I do like the design and the hint of purple we see on the left side of her face. The spikes on the shoulder pads as well is again a common theme we've been seeing along with all these other characters. Another classic ninja skin, but this time it's for Smoke, something that I think should be in every single Mortal Kombat game. This design I also created in Midjourney, which was really interesting. It's more of a sorcerer Smoke. I'm not too sure how I feel about it, but it's definitely unique for sure. This version of Smoke just kind of screams dark and ruthless. That's just the vibes that I'm getting from it. These Sub-Zero skins I know are going to be crazy good. This skin reminds me of the Mortal Kombat X look, and it's again a medieval kind of look. Can't go wrong with the classic Sub-Zero skin. This is really awesome. Oh my god, this skin is so damn good. This reminds me exactly of the Mortal Kombat X Sub-Zero skin. I'm loving the glowing white eyes as well. This definitely screams a ruthless Sub-Zero. This Sub-Zero skin I created in Midjourney, and it kind of reminds me of that Scorpion skin we saw earlier, which is something that I think we would see during the Great Kung Lao era. Damn, this Sub-Zero skin is pretty sick. It definitely screams a lot of Game of Thrones vibes. And as well, mixed in with the Mortal Kombat Deception Sub-Zero look, I think those kind of combinations work together perfectly. Let me know in the comment section below which Mortal Kombat 12 AI concept art was your favorite and what other characters would you like to see. Did Ed Boon accidentally reveal that Michael Myers is going to be in the next Mortal Kombat game? He deleted this tweet, then re-uploaded it, changing this key detail. Click here to find out what that is.